Warning: this stream is rated for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully that's not too quiet. Hold on, let me double check this here. Yeah, that's where it is. I'm going to have to work on this with the mic because this thing is going to have to move. We have to reorder some things still and get things in the proper place. Doom is in the house. Hello. Yes, if you have not seen, there is a new community challenge on the EBC channel, and that is to goad me into playing Bioshock because I probably wouldn't play it otherwise. So I set the bar high. It's definitely going to be a challenge for you folks to meet it, hopefully, but we'll see. So you've got a month to do, and you can only max, now I was not able to change this, but you can only donate a max of 2,000 per stream or per day. So yeah, not impossible, just improbable, that's all. Nothing's impossible. Marty McFly's dad said, you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. Yeah. Anyway, a Lite-Brite. Ooh, a Lite-Brite, yes. Did you have one as a kid? Because I sure as hell had one, and don't know where any of it went. Probably in a garage sale somewhere, along with my Nintendo and my Odyssey, because Lord knows you don't know the value of those things back when you're a kid. But So this was a reproduction that I bought on Amazon a couple of months ago, and I think it was only like $22 or $23. So not that bad for this sort of thing. Um, this caught my eye. I don't know if you can see it, but apparently it's only for people ages 4 and up. Which, Cage, I'm sorry, that's going to disclude you. Good luck. Sorry about it. Anyway, uh-oh. Well, it forced me to stream twice a day. Yeah, no, okay. Good luck with that. So you, Lite-Brite, who your name actually inspired me to do that, to even look it up on Amazon and see if such a thing was available. Or I think I started on eBay to see if I could find a retro one. I didn't really go that far, but I do remember seeing, when it was on Amazon, I'm just like, oh, dude, $20, that's a steal. I might as well just go ahead and get one. So yeah, you're the inspiration for this, and I'm glad you made this stream. Thank you for joining, and thank you for the follow and all that. Yeah, so we're gonna play around with this. I don't know if we would ever do a second stream for this. Like, I guess retrospectively, like, spending $20 for one stream is kind of extreme, but I don't know. I might break it out again in a year or something. I don't know. It'll be in the back of the closet collecting dust, and maybe in 30 or 40 years when I'm nearly dead, it'll be worth something. You have no idea these things. So first of all, let's get some music going here. Let's see. I've really been digging the dark synthwave lately for anything that we do for this. So let me make sure that's doing. Nope, hold on. There we go. Y'all hear the music okay? And for anybody that would like to join me in the booth, audio only, I am in Conflux Collaboration 1. Anybody that's a member of the Conflux is welcome to join. Come on, and put your voice in my ears and everybody else's. Me and my sister never cleaned up the pieces, and my mom got sick of doing it, so she threatened us to get rid of it if we didn't clean it up again, and sure enough we didn't. So she packed it up and took us outside when the trash guys were coming and made them throw it in the back of the truck and crush it. Aww. That will teach you to clean up your fucking pegs, man. Jeez. Alright, so let me come on over here. This is also the new setup we're going to be using for anything WreckTech and a couple other stuff, where I've got a good tabletop cam now. And now you can see right at my nose. I do need to maybe get a third camera for that angle, but that should be okay. And hopefully that'll be okay now. Hold on, let me mute this. There we go. That's better on the microphone. Okay. So I'm also going to have, I've got the chat right here, so that's not too bad. I can see what y'all are saying, and if I miss anything, maybe just highlight it or something, and I might have a little bit better seeing what's going on. Okay. Do we have a good mix with the music and the... hold on, that actually seems a little bit loud. Yes, that's right. You better save those channel points for Bioshock. Okay, so I actually did open this up, but I put it back together so we could do an unboxing of sorts. Again, this is literally only $22 or $23 something on Amazon. So if you really want to relive this nostalgia yourself, it's readily available. I don't know if the price went up since I purchased this. It was about, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So before gas started really jacking up. But it's nice. It came. Let me get this out of the way. So you got your standard bag of colored pins. It comes with a Lite-Brite, there we go, carrying case for those pins. So that might be a little bit of a collector's item at some point. I don't know. There's the unit itself. There we go. And we've got the destructions, which gives diagram. And I can't imagine that like there's that much difference between what was like came with an original back in the 80s and 90s and what they're producing now. But the one thing that surprised me, I will say this, when I opened it up is the hold on, turn that down even a little bit more. Totally different from the OG. Yes, the unit itself. The one thing that really did surprise me was I could have sworn the old one had a power cord coming out the back, and this one has a battery case. And I'm sure, like a different setup. I know what you're talking about with like the original being an angled, like basically having a triangle shape that you would sit and it angled up towards your face, like if you were sitting on the thing. I gotta get used to this chat over here now. Okay, so it did have a power cord. Alright. So yeah, that's one of the main differences, and you can see they did make it quite a bit thinner. And instead of having that angled triangular shaped body, they just gave it a stand like that. So, but for our purposes, we're gonna have it flat on the table anyway. So, bigger, yeah, it probably was. I don't know. Yeah, something like that, 13 inches. And that's the other difference. I did not open this up, but I got to imagine that they either upgraded to LEDs or something and they don't have actual bulbs in this, simply because the bulbs are going to burn out quicker than any LEDs. They also added a function here that we'll take a look at here in a second, where you can do different things with light patterns and stuff like that. So, hold on, let me get this right here. I hope that doesn't continue degrading. Alright, so first things first. Oh, and this was the sheets that came with it. You can buy packs of these for like all sorts of different designs and genres, and color styles. They have other sets of pins that are different colors available as well. So you can really, like, go hog wild with it. And of course, it's not going to be the same kind of value as like an original, but I think they did a pretty decent job of recreating this for a modern age. It's still the kind of childhood toy that you're going to love, but how many people lost the pins? The pins get scattered because the kids are too young to appreciate having them, in safe place or whatever, So yeah, it is what it is. Sheets weren't color coded. Yeah, so maybe did they just have the letter by itself, not actual color coding, and you would just match that or a number for a specific pin? I can't remember, but it's been too long for me, personally, since I've even touched one of these. Alright. So, letters, okay. Well, they kept the letters, but they did color code it. And because I'm stupid, even though it's color coded, they do have it on the thing here, I think. Somewhere. There it is. Right on the main page. I'm sure, even though I'm not 4 years old, I'm 5 now, so I'll still mess it up at some point. So we'll see. All right, let's just start with a random one here. And what I did not find when I was we gotta put batteries in. That would help. I'm this many. I'm 4. I'm 4 years old. I'm 4. So, what other childhood toys did you have, like this nostalgia, things that you remember fondly on, that you wanted to maybe revisit some of that nostalgia in your later years? Like, I remember, years and years ago, when I was actually like 4 or 5, I know I had a Teddy Ruxpin for a while. And again, God knows where the hell that went. Etch-a-Sketch, Easy Bake Oven, Speak and Spell. Is that the round thing that you pull the lever and it spins and then says the cow says moo? Or no, the Speak and Spell was that you pressed the letters and it came up on the display and then read it to you? I can't remember. That's a see and say. Not a speak and spell, a see and say. Get it right, damn it. Bitch. Okay. So that was in Toy Story. In the first Toy Story, the speak and spell. I think I remember having one of those, but I can't remember for sure because it was just so long ago. If I had one, it was, like before I was age 7. The Freddy Krueger doll. That's fantastic. That's why you're so fucked up. I used to have the Ecto-1 because Ghostbusters was my favorite movie, and I wish I still had that. Yeah, that'd probably be worth a lot. That's the vehicle, right? What kind of car was that? It was like a Woody almost. I can't remember what model was used for that. I remember reading it at some point, and I've seen a couple of those up for auctions. Like they do some of those car auctions, and it sometime, yeah, I think the last time was it a hearse. Um, I've seen some of those modern car auctions. Like I think I remember seeing one like maybe 10 years ago or so, where they auctioned off an Ecto One and a Batmobile and a DeLorean that was all decked out and everything. And some of those vehicles were going for like, I don't know, $250,000, $350,000. It was crazy. Like, yeah, I wish I had that kind of money to waste on nostalgia. I could just, buy a DeLorean for $300,000 and call it a day, You had the electronic Millennium Falcon, where it was like a figure play set. I think I remember seeing that, but like I wasn't. Oh, it wasn't like a big thing when I was a child to have so many toys, or if I did have them, they were kind of like hand-me-downs. Like my parents were bigger on books and things of that nature. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm trying to find a container for these pins here. Let me see here. Hold on, I'm gonna leave the desk. I'll be right back. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, I stole something from something else here that we can use temporarily as a pin bin. Hold on, let me catch up here. Castle Grayskull. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, okay. I see Lite-Brite. Yeah, I mean, I had some toys, but like books were more of my thing, I think, than toys. I guess kind of because of the way my mom steered me. Buddy Doll, that Chucky was based on. Masters of the Universe. X-Wing Fighter. I think our friend Russ had that. Taking it apart. Jeez. Yeah, Child's Play. What was that movie that I saw when I was a kid that scared the shit out of me? Species. When I first saw Species, that was absolutely terrifying. Cabbage Patch, yeah. It is. It is a weird ass movie. Alright, so first things, let's see here. I do have a light switch. So it's still too bright here. As you can see, we're getting the ambient light here from the outside. It's probably going to get dark in the next next hour or so, but we'll make do. But for now, until we've got something finished here, we will make do with what we got. Yeah, dude, man, I had such a crush on the Tasha Henstridge. But the first time I saw that, it was like the first time I'd ever seen bare boobs. And, yeah, it was definitely memorable. The Drowsy doll. I don't remember a Drowsy doll. How many things do we have here? 6. Well, shit. I will have other bids for this if we ever do this again. I've got them at home. I just didn't bring them. A Drowsy doll. I don't think I ever have heard of that. Started being sold in the 60s. Now, pound puppies I've definitely heard of. In fact, at one point, we're going to show that on the Conflux. Or, no, I'm thinking of Fluffy Dogs. Pound puppies, yeah, there was a series for that, wasn't there? I don't think I really got into that as a kid. But I mean, that's part of the thing that I want to do with nostalgia. You know, showing things on the Conflux and that is I want to show, you know, things from my childhood and your childhood. So, you know, you have any suggestions like that? I'm sure I have it somewhere or can find it easily. No, Fluffy Dogs. That was the one I grew up with. And that one is just absolutely hilarious to me. I saw it again for the first time in a couple of years. Let's see here. Let's do this for now. But if you've never seen that, that to me was like a huge case of nostalgia from my childhood. Fluffy Dogs. And there's also something to go with it too. Like they had their own brand for a couple of different things. Yeah, for the Saturday morning cartoons or something. So we didn't actually do this as a kid, you know, because I'm crazy, and this is something I have to do is separate the colors. I wonder if Fluffy Dogs was like a knockoff of Pound Puppies. Whoop. Okay. But I do have little square plastic bins that would be perfect for this sort of thing if I do a stream on this again. What I gotta see, what I want to do with this WreckTech series is not only electronics refurbishment, but just, you know, things that are calming, things that are, shall I say, soothing, mentally soothing. So, I've got coming up just some puzzles, which, you know, there's nothing really to that, just, you know, spending some time finding some shit and putting it together. I've got, I did get a paint by number kit for that specific purpose, so at some point we'll visit that. And then, of course, the electronics. Now, the next one that I'm going to be doing here, which I believe is on the 26th of June, if I'm remembering that correctly, is Cage and V and Doom know this, but when we went to the Corgs Con, which was the last gaming convention down in Columbus, I got a really good Atari set, and on the 26th, Tubaswan is going to be joining me, and we're going to unbox that and clean it up and check it out, see if I can get it to work, if I can get a good capture of the Atari, and maybe play some games, maybe try out that ET game and see how actually horrible it is. But yeah, we'll be checking out that find that I got. There was far more, like, what would we call that cage? Like the not the golden age of electronics necessarily, but the like in the late 70s and early 80s, before a standard Nintendo was the household name in video gaming. Like, you had the Atari 2600, you had the Odyssey, you had the things that Apple was putting out, the computer systems, and some of their first gaming systems. There was a lot of vendors at that convention that had so much of that really old. I say really old, but it's from that era, early 70s, late 70s, and early 80s. A lot of stuff. And the one guy that I had bought that set from, he went by Atari Dave, and that's all he had was just a ton of old, some really weird electronics, things you probably never heard of, or if you did hear of it, it's been 30 years. And a lot of it was in good condition. So I mean, he, as a collector, he had so much of that, and he said he had 3 or 4 times what he had there at home. And that's probably all he's been doing his entire life, is collecting old electronics. So it was really nice to see that there. Yeah, I saw a couple of Intellivisions down there. At least 2 that I can recall. At that convention. I did not have one, personally. That was a little before my time. Or I don't want to say before my time, just it wasn't on my radar. And I wasn't real big into video gaming as a kid. A lot of those pre-Gen 1 stuff is coming back into popularity, but they are harder because of the VG crash in '83. So a lot of it was lost cause. Oh yeah, video game crash. Yeah, I keep hearing about that, and I like '83. That was a year after I was born, and I wasn't aware of it. So it's. I guess none of us were, but all you can do is read about that and how it actually affected the market and everything. Played baseball and Pitfall on that before we got an Atari. I remember playing Pitfall on the NES. I remember also not being really damn good at it at all, but... Yeah, man, those controllers. Like, I got when I bought this set from Atari Dave down in Columbus, it included the 2 types of controllers that apparently were available for Atari 2600 at the time. One was a joystick, and the other was, I think, a number dial. I don't know. I've got them packed away, and that's all the stuff that we're pulling out on a 26. But Um, a joystick makes sense. Uh, the one controller that I saw that I think it was, I don't know if it was for the Atari 5200 or what, but it had like a number pad and I think a dial at the top. That's just like weird to me. Like, how would you play a video game with that sort of thing? And I guess I gotta spend a little more time seeing like the video games at the time, because it's been so freaking long and I just don't remember. Like, I remember having a Magnavox Odyssey, but I don't remember playing any of the games. It was just too long ago. I don't remember what the games were like, except for Pong. I've seen that. And I don't know if I ever had an actual Atari, or if I just had... I think I had an Atari. I know I had the Odyssey, and I definitely had the NES, and then later we had the N64. But yeah, some of those controllers are just so weird. Oh look, they said the same thing about the N64 controller when it came out, you know. Alright, music at a good level. You can hear me okay? No problems with the audio? I gotta go through and revamp that again myself. My audio settings, my filters and all that. I lost all of my filters with some weird OBS migration. No music. Hold on a second then. Let's see, it should be. Oh boy. Here, let me switch song. Can you hear that now? Should still be kind of quiet in the back. GameCube controller. I never played anything on the GameCube. My brother has, I know. Okay. Hold on, let me do something here. Put that down to 25 and then put this up here. Somewhere around like that. Okay, let me play a sound alert real quick. Hopefully this isn't going to be too loud.
Let me hear you make some noise!
That was really loud. Hold on a second.
Great googly moogly.
It's still kind of loud. Muggles! Hello! welcome. What's happening? You all hearing the sound alerts okay? It looks like it's coming through pretty damn loud on my side. Well, I don't have like any jump scare. Okay, good. Let me turn that down a bit though. And then let me turn this up. Somewhere around there. Okay. That should be good. There we go. Miggles is gonna take a snoozer. She's gonna fall asleep to the smooth, mellow sounds of DJ Scotty. And then have nightmares. Oh, I missed this. Hold on, let me go back to the resourceful thingy. My original Nintendo cost me $104. I had to work all summer to get it. Got in trouble in school, so my mom tried to take it away from me. I reminded her that I bought it so she couldn't take it away. She turned the power off to my room. It didn't pay for the power, man. No behaving whatsoever, Mangles. Sorry about your luck. You're gonna have to stomach that. No behaving. We are behaving like 4+-year-olds here because this is intended for ages 4 and up. So there. Take that. Alright, so my OCD has been satisfied. We have now separated the colored pins. Alright. Let's see here. Let's move some of this shit out of the way. Some of that there. Alright, now let me do this. Hey, what happened? Oh, never mind, I got it. What are you doing, man? Little zoom in for you. It's supposed to go up to. I've been having so many problems with this camera. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's like. But like for zoom, for that zoom, I went into the camera properties to increase the thing, and it stopped at 135. The last session I tried this on when I was trying to, do testing on that, it went up to 180. For some reason, it's not working now, so I don't know. It's just. Eventually, I think I want to invest in a really, really nice camera for this area, for the tabletop, so that you get like the best detail possible. Like, this is a 1080 camera, but it still doesn't seem to be doing it justice like I want it to. So we'll see. My OCD is not satisfied because those compartments are all different sizes. No shit. How about this one here? Let me. Yeah, that's not even. who designs this shit? You know. Yeah. Now when you finish one picture, you get to resort them all again. Well, no, they'll go back into the bins, and then, like I said, I have smaller little plastic cube bins at home that I did not bring yet. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I got to bring from my house that's going to stay here permanently at Joel's because it's going to be part of this setup. So, all right. So let's see here. All right, we're going to do this one of two ways. I don't know. Well, again, OCD. There's only two ways I can do it, and that is you either do it by color first, like we start with white and then all the whites, and then the next one would be orange, so then you do all the oranges, or you do it in order from left to right, top to bottom, no matter what the color is. So we're going to do that both ways. Whoever thinks that it's acceptable to put a blue here and then put an orange there and then put a yellow there and then come over here, fuck you. No, absolutely not. Under any circumstances, you can kindly fuck off, and thankfully I will never see you again. So no, that's a no. See, I'm already finding shit that I didn't see here in my nicely sorted bin. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So let's do this one top to bottom, left to right here. And see what we got. Okay, now we need an orange. All right. So what I would like to know next is when you were, let's say you were a child and you were playing and you pulled out the Lite-Brite and you were trying to find the missing pins and whatever else, and if you were Cage, trying to clean up your pins and completely failing at the objective. What was the food you were eating? Was it something that your mom made, or something that your dad made, or something you got yourself? And what type of food was it? Tastes, textures, smells, maybe. What kind of memories do you have of like the food that you would be eating while you were playing or watching TV or something like that? Especially maybe before you went to school, like if you can remember far back, like age 5, or after that, like an after school snack, or the foods of your childhood. What would you what do you remember? What made an impression on you? Yeller. Do-do-do. This is racist. There's no black in here. And also, if you came in more recently and you would like to join me in voice chat, I am in the Conflux Collaboration 1. And you can stop on by and have a nice little chat with me. That makes a nice, satisfying plop. almost skipped one. Shit. Oh. Yeah, I almost had an unforgivable curse there. Oh, and also, did you follow the pattern sheets, or did you just make your own designs, or did that come later? Like after you did all of the pattern sheets, did you move on to like making your own designs? It's starting to get dark here, so we should, once we finish this, I think, we'll turn the lights out and fire it up and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll come through on the screen properly. You didn't have the patterns. Yeah, I could have sworn though, like the original, or are you just talking about you? But the original was, the original came with the sheets, didn't it? So you're just talking about like the year set that you had? Yeller. Because I think I remember doing it both ways. Like having more fun. Okay. Playing with your cousins or friends, and it was just freestyle. Yeah, I think especially once you get an idea of how to do these designs, it's maybe a little more fun. Yes, yeah, that's definitely true. Once you use the sheet, you can only use it once. They do have refills available too. Like you can, and different designs. Like you can buy sheet packs that have all sorts of different genres and styles and things like that, or print your own. I believe there's like maybe some templates that you can buy, or not buy, like download a template to use in maybe your a Word document or something, and create your own design and then print it out. There's probably a lot of different ways that you can make it do something different. White. But yes, that's very true. The sheets can only be used once. I mean, you can use it again, but you're not going to have the same kind of experience at all because of the nature of lining up the letters and whatever else. But I mean, this has been so long since I've even checked it out. It's almost like I'm experiencing it for the first time. And that, I believe that plopping sound is because there's like a foam board or something underneath the plastic that when you puncture that for the first time, it's ripping. Like if you look very closely, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it's got like an X pattern exactly where the hole is, and once a hole is torn like that, it still kind of retains the pin, but it's not quite as like the first time there. It was the same with Legos. I would build the instructions once and probably lose them and just make my own shit after that. Yep. Yes, indeed. You know what really got me about Legos was the fact that you would buy these sets and it was so specific for that set. Like, I just wanted to build and I didn't want to be hampered by like specific shapes that went to a set, and that's why I still don't really invest in any Legos or anything like that. I know there's sets that you can buy like that, where it's just standard blocks. You build your own shit, but like it wasn't ever a toy. You know, like even quite a few adults, you know, they come out with a new Star Wars set or something like that, and you know, you go to invest it in. Yeah, you build it, but to me, that, like, if I was going to do that, if I had the interest in the money, I would buy a set, build it, then take it apart piece by piece and glue it, super glue it together, so that it could not be taken apart again, and then put it in a display case. That's the kind of, like, if I was into that, that's the way I would do it. I do the same thing with puzzles. Like, I haven't done puzzles in a long time. We're going to be doing some here on stream pretty soon, but what I will be doing is it's going to be permanently put together. So when the puzzle is finished, I'm going to probably just spread. I'll have to see what's available, but I'll probably just spread like a thin layer of glue over the surface, and then maybe on the back side, just so it can't be taken apart again. And then I've actually got some cheaper frames that I'm going to use for those puzzles. That's, I don't know if that's just me and my idiosyncrasies. Like sets like that thing. Same with model shipbuilding. Eventually, I will be doing some Star Trek model shipbuilding on this WreckTech, and it'll be a permanent construction. You know, you won't be able to take it apart. Right? Those are more designed for putting together, and it's permanent. But I also wanted to do something I never did as a kid, because I did have a couple of models that I put together as a kid. But what I never did was I never put lights in any of my models. So now it's a lot easier to do some of those lighting rigs for models than it used to be, and I'm definitely going to do some of that. The LED sets that are available, and I just got a class from my dad, who was a master electrician for, I don't know, 20 years, on proper soldering techniques and all that, so that's definitely going to come into play. Gundam, yeah. One of the other people that we know, the Joho, he put together a Gundam model on stream, and here, let me put his thing in the chat here. There we go. Yeah, it's been a while, like, I think it was maybe 6 months ago that he did that. But if you ask him again, he might do it again pretty soon, because he likes doing that sort of stuff. I think if I had the money and space for things like that, I would start teaching myself how to paint miniatures and get into Warhammer 40K stuff. I don't know the Warhammer stuff, but I mean, yeah, miniature painting. Definitely with the model building, I would like to get more of the sets that are complex in that regard with the enamel paints to be able to do that sort of thing myself. Now that I'm older and I don't have like the hang-ups on what happens if I mess up, stuff like that. So yeah, enamel paints and, but more specifically, lighting rigs to put the LEDs in the ship nacelles and things like that. I'm definitely gonna get more heavily into that. See, there's a line of pink there under, or just above the line of orange, and then we have a little green in the middle. Yeah, but this is checking a lot of boxes for me. One of the other things that I used to really enjoy as a kid was quick point, needle point with plastic canvas, because it had the square grid and it was very, I don't want to say easy, but very OCD satisfying. Let's put it that way. Hell, I might even do some of that at some point, but I've got so many things between the electronics refurbishment coming up and the other couple of things that I have on the way. We'll put it that way. Oh look, it's Ben. Yes, I'm live again, sir. I decided to do 2 streams today when I came back. Mostly because I knew I was going to be at Joel's house the whole day. Okay, so now we've got a really long line of orange here with a little bit of green in the middle. Thank you, Ben of the Gaming Avengers, for contributing to the community challenge. I figure, especially because I haven't had much in the way of channel redemptions for almost the whole year that I've been on. There's quite a few of you with quite a few channel points that need to be stop burning a hole in your pocket. Glockenspiel Goose, welcome. Hello. Are you finished with work for the day? Let's see. It's 6 o'clock there. You should be finished, right? Are you on your way home? Or are you still doing those stupid swing shifts and wanting to, or not wanting to, but having to work nights and then work the next morning? That bullshit that they were wanting you to do? Yeah, I'll tell you what, especially after doing the last arcade episode, Tuba, I was wondering if Tuba is still working, or if he's finished for the day. After the last arcade episode with Whitney presenting Bioshock, like, I've seen the game multiple times and many different people playing it. The artwork is so beautiful in that, and I'm a big fan of that 50s Art Deco design. Any type of architecture that has that, I'm enthralled with. I love just staring at architecture that has that. And so just the world that they created there is absolutely gorgeous in BioShock, Rapture, and I want to, whether the challenge is completed or not, I think at some point I definitely would want to, not necessarily like play the game online, but just maybe do some exploration in it, just to see parts of the world. Maybe, we'd have to see. But it's just such a gorgeous setting in that story. Oh, look, it's Ben. Oh, look, it's Tuba. Tuba is either still working or is driving, and he can't respond at the moment. Or I don't know, maybe he's even streaming. Tuba's known for that bullshit where he, like, lurks on somebody while he's streaming. Okay, we got that long ass layer there. Shh! Quiet. You're gonna frighten the swans and the other waterfowl away. Is he live, that son of a bitch? Where'd I put my phone? Cage, you stole my phone. What the fuck? Oh, here it is. I'm getting old. Hold on, let me bring this up here. Twitch. Tuba. That fucking son of a bitch, he's streaming. Blue. B for blue. Wait, did I do that right? Okay. Fuck, I almost fucked it up again. God damn. Green. G is green, right? White. Okay. Yeah, that's the next row here. White. Yellow. Somebody should go tell Tuba in his stream that he should choose, but choose wisely. Either you're either a participant or a provider, or I don't know. You can't be both, damn it. The hell. One thing's for sure, I don't ever lurk on anybody while I'm streaming, because my attention does not allow me to do that. Yellow, white, yellow. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Tuba, Scotty said you have to choose to give or receive. Depends on how much you're paying. I mean, I'm a giver, but if you want me to receive, that's at least a C note. What is that in Canadian? See, I almost fucked up. Tuba, you're making me fuck up here. G is green. Christ. Okay. B for boy. That's a boy pin. W for woman. That's a woman pin. B for barnacle. That's a barnacle pin. A Canada note? Yeah. I don't know, the conversion rate's kind of weird. Like, you might go to Canada and say, hey, I've got a $20 American bill, what can you give me for that? And they hand over, like, a moose hoof or something. And you're like, what do I do with this? It's a moose hoof. And they're like, oh, that's the standard currency here. It's equal to 20 American dollars. You know, you can just take this moose hoof wherever you go and use it to buy, like, Canadian bacon. And Cage is like, fuck Canadian bacon. I'd rather have an avocado, you know. It's all bullshit. But I don't make the rules. I mean, that's the international conversion rate is, $20 for a moose hoof. Now, try saying that 7 times fast. Moose hoof. Hoof. How would they say that in England? How would Isnib pronounce HOOF? Sounds like Hoover. That's where they get that Hoover from. What are you doing today? Oh, I'm hoovering the house. What the fuck is that shit, man? Jesus. Hoovering. Can't take you anywhere. White. B for bicycle. Yeah, P. That's a platypus pin. O for orangutan. White for white supremacy. Anybody remember on Sesame Street the letter and the number of the day? Was it a letter and a number, or... Yeah. It was definitely a letter. But I can't remember if it was like a number, or a color, or an automobile make and model. I don't know. Today, Sesame Street is brought to you today by the letter B for breakfast, and the number 12 for there are supposed to be 12 eggs in a carton, not 15 or whatever bullshit they do over in England. Did I do that right, B? Yeah, I don't know. If I messed it up, I'm not going to know because I'm not even really paying attention. One of these things isn't like the other. One of these things just isn't the same. I'll tell you one thing, when I was watching Sesame Street as a kid, I definitely identified the most with Kermit the Frog in his trench coat and microphone. B for blue. Time is it? 8:16 already. Wow. Should be getting pretty close here. Yes, but he was also on Sesame Street. Yeah, hold on. This stupid camera is just... yeah. I think it's the pins. I do that and the camera drops low. Kermit the Frog was also on Sesame Street. Just YouTube. Kermit Sesame Street. He was wearing... anytime Kermit the Frog, I think almost any time Kermit the Frog appeared on Sesame Street, he was wearing a trench coat and a hat, and he had a microphone, and he was a news reporter. So he'd show up and like interview people about like he was you know a reporter on the spot. So yeah, he definitely was on Sesame Street, and of course he was on the Muppets too, but he did make certain appearances, and the reason why is because Sesame Street was also created by Jim Henson. So there was quite a bit of crossover. Like, I'm trying to think, you never saw like Fozzie or Miss Piggy. I'm trying to think who else they crossed over with. You might have seen Sam the Eagle on Sesame Street. And I believe some of the Sesame Street characters also showed up on the Muppet Show. Like, I know Big Bird was on the Muppet Show once. Blue. Uh-oh. I'm getting some pin resistance here. I probably didn't have it quite centered properly. Yeah, like that was my jam growing up. Sesame Street, the Muppets, Inspector Gadget. I remember seeing a lot of Inspector Gadget. Alright, so that's another question for everybody. What was your favorite TV shows as a kid? Let's see, besides those Flintstones, which, I mean, they weren't creating any new ones at that point, but the old Flintstones series, I remember watching that. Syndication. Trying to think what else. TV shows in the 80s. PBS stuff. Did you ever remember, Sanford and Son? That's a good one. Did you ever, I mean, everybody's familiar with Reading Rainbow. Did you ever see a show called The Voyage of the Mimi, M-I-M-I, that aired on PBS? Like, I remember seeing that, and a couple other shows that PBS specifically put out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and The Real Ghostbusters. And Mr. Rogers, yeah, Mr. Rogers definitely was big. Did you see the Mr. Rogers movie that just came out with not too long ago with Tom Hanks? I haven't seen that yet. I do want to, though. It's been on my list for a while. I have to make the time for that. Yeah. They basically, I mean, you know, Fred Rogers passed away not too long ago, and they made the movie about his life, his influence on PBS and that. Yeah, I'll have to see it. It's, like I said, it's been on my list. I just haven't quite gotten to it yet. Green, pink. They did a documentary as well that is excellent called "Won't You Be My Neighbor." I think I remember hearing about that, but I didn't look into it. Or maybe I saw like little clips from a trailer or something. Wasn't there a scene in that, or was this from the movie or the documentary a scene when he was on a public transit train or a bus, and he was speaking to a child or parent or child there. That seemed familiar. Pink, white, pink, white. Anyway, it's on my list. I'll get to it eventually. Might not be for a while, but we'll see. I was having a conversation with Cage because I just finished what's available for season 4 of Stranger Things, and like I said, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Getting that dry throat here. Kind of disappointed in the direction that they went with this season of Stranger Things. It doesn't feel quite the same as it did in past seasons, and I don't know if that's because they stepped up the special effects, or if it's the storyline. I'm kind of mixed feelings about what they produce there. Oh, I fucked it up here. Missed the single green that was in that row. Okay, white. It's a lot darker in tone, that's true. Which I wouldn't mind that so much because I love horror just as much as you guys do, but I don't know, it just seems a little bit out of place in the Stranger Things universe. I mean, the body horror, yes, I get that. Although that they also stepped that up with the crunching bones and whatever else, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel quite right. Certainly is different enough from the past seasons that it has a different feel to it in general. I'd still like to continue with it. It's still a great series overall, but I don't know that I'm actually going to see. Well, now I just was mentioning Stranger Things, season 4 of Stranger Things on Netflix. No problem. Welcome back. Just saying, it kind of, it doesn't feel quite a bit like the previous seasons. Even season 3 was a little bit different, and I get what they were going for, but this has a whole nother thing going on. One of the hanging photos is loose above you. Oh, is it gonna fall on my head? Oh, Joel's gotta fix that. He glued them up. Yeah, that's probably gonna fall at some point. Yeah. I don't know, he'll figure it out. It's not directly above me, so I'll be okay. Sorry, Cage. I know you were hoping I was going to die by falling photograph, but not today, Satan. Yeah, it's Joel's house. Let him fix this shit. Wow, this is using almost every single pink pin that I have. Pink, green. I don't fix problems in his space. I just cause them. Although he had, while I was on break, not only did he rearrange the room more to his liking, but he also had disconnected the PC, and he was going to take it down to a friend of his that would do some service on it. I believe there is a cooling fan that we need replaced in the tower, and we were also going to be doing some testing because I had purchased a 50-foot Cat 8 cable for direct hardwire into the modem, which is on the first floor, and we're on the third floor here. But he didn't get to most of that, and he went to reset the PC up so that I could start streaming again, and he did a hell of a bad, horrible, terrible job wiring things together. He had wires all over the frickin' place. I'm like, dude, do you even cord wrangle? And I had to go in there and spend a good 45 minutes untangling all the cords and setting things up a little bit nicer so you could move stuff and not have kinked cords and shit all over the place and disarray. And that kid's chaos, man. I'm surprised he can find anything in his house. Well, fix it, goddammit. You're the tech wizard over in that. In them there are parts. Fix the shit, man. You're gonna. Well, as long as you promise you're gonna, I will ignore it. Just a few more pieces here. Pink. And G for Greenwich Village. Greenwich? She's only had it 6 months. Wow, I used almost all the pins. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready for this shit? Let's turn the light off. Let's see how that looks. Is it sufficiently dark? It's sufficiently dark. Alright, here we go. Everybody ready for the big reveal? Hold on, let me make sure I got this centered properly so everybody can see it. Here we go. And... Kablooshki! Woohoo! Carousel. Ta-da! Pretty. Shiny. Awesome. Now, here's the... I don't think the original Lite-Brite had this function. This on-off switch on the back has a couple of different functions with the lights in the middle. So this is constant on. Then we've got this one, which is like a multi-phasic thing going back and forth on a couple of different... I think there's eight LED lights in the back total. And then there's this one here, which is just flashing on and off. And then this one, which is kind of like a roundabout. Yeah, you see, it does it in a circle and then shuts them off in a circle. And then off again. So there we go. That's a good one. Yeah, we'll just hang the entire Lite-Brite unit on the fridge, as is. and we'll give it a gold star. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's a good first one. The carousel, it looks so pretty. Awesome. Okay, so let's turn that off now and put our pins back, and then we'll do one more for this stream at least. Let's see, it's 8:30. Yeah. I have to stream until you get to 2,000 channel points. That's gonna be quite a long time, you know. No, not too long. You'll probably get that in, what, a couple of hours? Yeah, as far as like BioShock goes, it's such a gorgeous game, and the storyline really appeals to me personally. So you know what I might do if the challenge is not met and I still decide I don't want to actually play it on stream, is maybe what we would do is try to put together a movie night that is showing the entire storyline. Like, I know I've seen some of that available on YouTube, where they just put all the cutscenes together from the game and you know, just create like a feature-length movie out of that story. Like, you're not gonna get some of the or most of the gameplay, the combat, and you know, whatever else comes of it, but that I think would be pretty cool. I don't know if anybody has done that on YouTube, though. Like, made that sort of thing available. I could have sworn I saw, like, Steph and Eddie stream something like that a while ago with Kingdom Hearts. Like, it was a movie of all the cutscenes made from the Kingdom Hearts game. And that looked pretty cool. Somebody's done it at some point here. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Hell, I wouldn't mind doing that with Red Dead Redemption 2 either. Because the storyline in Red Dead Redemption 2 to me is fabulous as well. So maybe we'll be able to fit some of those in the EBC repertoire. Okay, they're all finished. Here's back and sorted and everything. And there's our completed cheese paper now. We can use this to squeeze out some Swiss, I'm sure. Pretty cool. Such a neat concept. I'm glad somebody in the 80s decided to come up with this thing. You know, working for Hasbro or... What was it? Was it Hasbro in the beginning, or did it belong to Milton Bradley or something like that? I can't remember. Probably the first time I became aware of Hasbro was Sim City, which I never played, but I owned Sim Tower, and I remember playing the shit out of Sim Tower as a kid. Here, let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna take a short commercial break. Let me play some things for you that are annoying, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. There we go. Welcome back. Okay, let's start on this one, and I'm going to do this one the other way. I'm going to do all the colors as they stand. So let's start with the yellow, because that's first. There we go. Yeah, Joel, you can see it above me. Your shit's falling down, man. Whatever you did, it didn't work. Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Yellow! Yellow, yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. Quite right, slick. Yeah, Joel. He's not in the vicinity at this approximate moment. He has abandoned me to go visit our mother. I don't know if he's still there, but I don't know. He might make an appearance at some point. Yellow. Yeah, old yeller. Old. You can't even say the D on that. You gotta say old yeller. Hey, old yeller. Yellow, yellow. What did you call me? I said you're a yellow belly. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yeah, I know, right? What a son of a bitch. Nobody gets that except me. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you are a Back to the Future fan, I will be showing the triple feature special on the Conflux Discord on Saturday, November 12th. So you can see all three movies back to back. No commercials. Plenty of good conversation. And we can make fun of Doc's hair. And Marty and those chaps. When Doc tried to make him look like Clint Eastwood. And failed spectacularly. You know why I was so drawn to Back to the Future? I mean, Back to the Future 1 is like the ultimate in 80s sci-fi for me. Peen pick. Whatever. Crazy ass motherfucker. But like Back to the Future was really, really up my alley because of the train in number 3. I had such a interest in trains as a child, and seeing that train in Back to the Future 3 with the steam billowing out the front of it and the smokestack exploding, that was just gold. That was childhood gold for me. Yeller, yeller. Yelo, yelo. Anything else in there? No, just these last two on the bottom. Okay. See, now this way is definitely harder to see some of the letters in the middle, but I think we can do it. Orange. O for Screaming Orgasm Orange. The DeLorean. I mean, honestly, where else have you seen a stainless steel car like that? I mean, stainless steel is just forever classic. I'd love. I mean, even if it wasn't a DeLorean makes sense, but just any car in stainless steel would be awesome. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. Up from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I think that's how that goes. Oh. Octopus. Can you believe that was the name of a movie, Octopussy? Like, dude, you know, we can snicker about that. That movie's got pussy in the title. Oh. Oh, sole mio. Do. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to, over time, visit some of these really nostalgic things from my childhood. Back to the Future, of course, being one of them, but you remember another PBS show called Today's Special? If you have, then or if you haven't, I'm not surprised. But I found it, and that's definitely going to be on the list at some point. That was a show that I watched as a kid that had kind of special meaning for me, I guess. Did this camera fall down again? No, it's moved, but let's see. That's better. Okay. Orange. Nothing over here. Got this. Orange. Yeah, the DeLorean is definitely an 80, not only an 80s icon, but I mean that's probably one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. I was very happy to see that down at the convention, that they hired the guy locally that owns it. I knew about him, and he does like parties and stuff. You can rent it to have him come to your party. So that was very cool. I like that. I could never fit in one. My ass is much too fat for that. Alright, we're going to do green now. Green. Let's see. There's just one right here. And we got these couple over here. Once again, if anybody would like to join me, I am in the Conflux Collaboration 1. You could pop in my ear and we could have a little chat at your convenience. Stop on by. Tell me I'm pretty. Green. I'm green with envy. Yeah, this one way over here all by his lonesome. Yeah. Oh. Oh shit. My bones are aching. There we go. Just making sure I didn't miss any on the way down. Got some greens in the middle. What is for dinner? What are you snacking on? What are you filling your daily requirement for food with? Are we having any delicious entrees? I think Cage decided to get some nasty lasagna from the employment cafeteria again. Oh no, that's right. You're not even working today. What the fuck? Confusing the shit out of me, man. Chinese ice cream. I didn't know the ice cream had a racial preference. That's pretty racist of you. Blue! Little boy blue, come blow your horn. Sheep's in the meadow and cows in the corn. Where is the little boy who tends to the sheep? He's in a haystack. Fast fucking sleep. Chinese and ice cream. What specifically did you have that was Asian in origin? Asian cuisine. Blue. She wore blue velvet. Blue. If I had the older style, or if I used this kickstand, of course you wouldn't be able to see, but I'd better be able to see the lettering in this format without flipping it up every 10 seconds. Let's see. When I go home, I've got, I think, one more meal of roast chicken and broccoli with queso I've got to eat up. Lots of blues over here. Lots of blues. I got the blues. Lots of blues in that area. This part here. 2. I hope you all are having a fantastic evening, and if you're able to, if you're not like fucking Tuba and streaming at the same time you're lurking, just sit back and chill and relax. Maybe playing some games, maybe you're not actually streaming. Or enjoying the summer breeze, perhaps. I think we're not like we're not officially into summer per se. I think that's the 21st, June 21st. Alright, we got white next. Short and sweet is coloring, and I'm in a half of a food coma. What did you do with the other half of the food coma? You lost it, didn't you, you son of a bitch? You lost that other half of the food coma, and I mean, you know, people are pissed. You apparently don't realize the consequences of your actions there, bud. You better find it. You better find the other half of that food coma and utilize it, or at least, you know, put it to good use. Store it, maybe. You probably need an airtight container. Maybe refrigerated. I don't know. Does food coma go bad? Got it out with a short nap while I was doing the carousel. I see how it is. You're just falling asleep during my stream, because why not? I mean, it's not great entertainment, huh? Scotty will never know. We'll just fall asleep. Oh, that is such a Cage thing. You woke yourself up snoring, huh? That's because I get up at 6 a.m. It's not my fault you start that movie so frickin' late. I get up at 6 in the morning, dude. Not by choice either. I'm a night owl. But I have to do that for work at the moment. Yeah, but you're weird. You don't sleep, and you're like, oh, it's the weekend. We can stay up until all hours of the night, and there will be no consequences. And I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm old. I need my beauty rest. Like, this is me with beauty rest. Because without beauty rest, I look like death warmed over. I look like Doom when I don't get my beauty sleep. I woke up at 2 p.m. today because I stayed up too late watching Sad Trash. Yeah, dude, that yeah, when he gets going, man, he'll play for like 12, 14 hours straight now. It's like when I rated him earlier. You know, he ended, I don't know, maybe an hour or so after I rated him. But I've never gotten to rate Sad Trash because he's never streaming when I'm doing my streams. least not that I seen. Most of the time, I never rated him before today. But I mean, I'm a night owl. If I don't have to do it for work, I'm going to sleep at like at least 3 in the morning and waking up at noon. Everything shifts forward. You fell asleep during the stream and woke up to him rating views and bucks. Yeah. So 4 a.m. That's a 10-hour stream, man. I don't know how you guys do that. I don't think I could do that. I did these long ass streams like. I'm exhausted now, you know. But then again, you know, I was up at 6 this morning and I was working on a steering column down at the flea market. Some guy who gave me a steering column, he doesn't have a key for it, so I got to take the whole steering column apart to get the switch with no key out. And it's a long, detailed process. Yeah, especially if he doesn't have to work or anything, and he just does it on how he feels. Yeah, I can't do long ass streams like that. Pink Panther. That's a good show that we should do at some point. Pink Panther. The original Pink Panther cartoons. Hours. Yeah, you guys can have those streams, man. That's not for me. Hell, I think that stream I did for the 40th birthday event was probably the longest I'd ever streamed, and that was, what, 4 hours? Yeah, that's the other thing, the planning you have to put into it to have everything ready to go so you're not on a Be Right Back stream for 30 minutes setting up the next thing. Okay, a couple more pinks, and then this one's finished. And one more. All by its lonesome down here in the corner. Okay, did I miss any? No? Nope, we're good. We got all that. Okay. Everybody ready? I'll turn the light off. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh. Now it's even darker outside, so this should really show up, hopefully. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Starry, starry night. Yeah, isn't that cool? I mean, you probably can't see as good color definition as I would hope. See if I can get this a little better centered here. There we go. But and good enough, I think you could see the colors. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Very nice. Let's put it on. That's even better. It's like sparkling stars. There you go. I know, right? I'm a master at this Lite-Brite video game. Like, I haven't touched it in 30 years, and already I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm better than you, Cage. Alright. I definitely do see, like, this area up here in the top left, it looks like maybe one of the LEDs isn't lighting up properly. So maybe I will take this apart and see what's going on at some point, and if it's doing it right. Okay, let me see here. We got like, oh, it's too bright. All right, this damn camera. I'm gonna have to do something about that. That's you don't need to be staring at my man boobs. Okay, we'll take this apart and then we'll do one more. And maybe we'll do it a little more rapid fire. Yeah, and I definitely have to bring the little plastic square bins I have. Or just either that or small plastic bags to keep them separated, but not. I'll have to see what I have. I know I've got snack size Ziploc bags at home. That'll probably work for this. Clusters, like the pins that are right next to each other, it's a little too close for my fat fingers. Yeller. Okay, there we go. There's our nice cheese paper. Oh, okay. One more. Let me Take a look at the destructions real quick. Let's do that one. That one's interesting. Do that. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the other method. Like, I can't think of a better way that I would want to do these. Just those two methods there. Anybody else have a concept of how they would have to do these or want to do these? The order. And blue. At least on, you know, an OCD level, it's very satisfying to me to do them like that. Scratches the OCD itch. Oh. Green. What is short and sweet coloring? Adult coloring book, I'm assuming. Green. Green. Oh, paint by night. Yeah, I've done those before. As a little bit of a time waster. Those can get pretty detailed. I'm gonna break the rule a little bit here and not follow the lines. I'm just gonna. I'm still sticking with like an area and then going back here. Blue. I thought you meant like a, you know, adult coloring book or something. That's another thing I think I'd like to maybe not do on stream, but, you know, spend some time doing just as a form of therapy and maintaining my sanity in this bullshit world that we find ourselves in. I did buy a cheap paint by number set for part of this. I don't know exactly when I would get to it, but I'll do it at some point. Like actual, acrylic paints and a paint by number canvas. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially paint by number, but with crayons or colored pencils. Colored pencils seems to me to be the most logical when it comes to adult coloring books, because you have much more of a fine point to do detail work and make it look relatively decent. Yeah, that's the point, is that it's, a form of therapy. Those things, if I'm doing them on the stream, it's probably going to be a one-off anyway. Like, I'm doing one stream that's going to be puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, and then I'm going to do another one that's going to be maybe 2 for the paint by number, because it's kind of large. I mean, it may take 2 streams to do that. And then I have so much that I want to do on the back end of electronics refurbishing. Like, there will definitely be a stream that's just cartridges, one after the other, replacing the batteries and cleaning the circuit boards and the contacts like I was in that first one. So I'll probably do a whole stream of just cartridges, and then I definitely have to do sometime soon, starting on the refurbishing of that Atari that I bought from you back in September. So I now have 2 of them, and we're definitely going to do like one of them that's going to be seeing what the state of it is, like if it's operable, and if not, then taking it apart and seeing what we can do with. And I might have to do some research in between to make sure that I'm doing it right. But my dad gave me a great class, not only on soldering, which that's what I really needed to learn, because I've never done a proper soldering on a circuit board, and he showed me how to do that. And of course, just like a lot of stuff, it takes practice to be proficient at it. But now that I at least have the concept down and I know what it's supposed to be like, I think I have a better chance at making that a bigger part of a stream, is looking at a circuit board, say out of that Atari 2600, and determining what's wrong with it, if it's not working, what needs to be replaced, repaired. I also did order a parts kit from Amazon that's got pretty much anything you need in the way of individual circuit board parts. And I don't know, I'm just following the pattern here. So if you don't like it, you can take it up with Amazon. I believe it is to give it kind of like a flare. I mean, there's a lot of green there, but if they just made the entire thing green, I think it'd be pretty boring. Or maybe to give it kind of like one of those 3D feels with different colors. I don't know. We'll find out when I turn it on. I don't know, maybe it'll look like shit. Like all this white here. too many whites in here. It smacks of racism. Blue. Who the hell wants blue in their clover? But yeah, we'll be having a lot of fun with this series. Wherever I can fit it in. WreckTech, and eventually I definitely have to put in the mix the model building. It's been forever since I've done a model. And it's so fun. Like, that was such a big part of my childhood. Ooh, we have no music. Give me a second. There we go. Over here. What is that emote? Is it a raccoon? Oh wait, is that stupid little raccoon from the Animal Crossing thing? Tom Nook. That's disturbing. Let's get this orange over here. Nook the Crook. Is that why he's a raccoon? He's got the black circles around his eyes, so he's a crook. Jesus, why didn't you tell me my camera was all fucked up here? Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do something different about that, or at least it's the vibrations from me punching these stupid pins down. It keeps making it go down. He just takes all of your money, so he's a crook. What, does he hold you at gunpoint in the game? Well, why not? God damn it. I'll have to give you a raise, I guess. I'll give you a government bond. That's a nice raise. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? This is the Pride 4-leaf clover. Oh, lights, camera, action. Woohoo! Yeah, that's not bad. I think there's definitely some of these LEDs in the back that are not lighting properly. This whole corner, this corner on the bottom right. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, fancy, shiny. Let's put on the thingamabobber, thingamabobber, the thingy with the thing. And let's go to that one. That one's I think my favorite for this. You know, it lights them up in sequence and then turns them off in sequence. I didn't want to do the flasher too much, just in case there's anybody watching that's got epilepsy. But yeah, there you go. Definitely have to see about the LED placement in the back, because it doesn't look like it's too even, and like not a great even distribution for the whole thing. So, all right, here we go. Oh. Oh. All right, let's take this all apart and then start cleaning up here. Now, I suppose you could probably do this one a little bit better as far as color scheme goes. That's, you know, going to have a more majority green. But I also have only so many pins in each color. I'd probably run out of green trying to do more of the clover. There was a lot of white in that though. Like this whole bottom section was all white, and I don't know if that was really intended that way or not. Or they're just trying to make use of as many of the pins as possible while still allowing for the fact that, you know, you've only got so many of each color here. What the hell is going on here? Oh, come on. Didn't want to go to the next one. Blue. All right, so there we go. And oh, I hope that scratched your nostalgia itch a little bit. Let me pack it away here. We do have this nice little carrying case that doesn't separate them, but I could probably put them in like individual snack bags. So I can just pull them out, they're already separated. Well, Lite-Brite, I am so glad you came to the show tonight. Yeah, the reminding part and all that, but that's part of why I did it was, you know, especially you, but if you're, you know, a big fan of this sort of thing, that's what I would like to do. And I'm sure I'm going to have some other things coming up that are kind of similar to this. Maybe not this sort of thing, but I would like to do quite a bit of, like, pulling out some of the nostalgic toys and whatever else that had this sort of thing. And, you know, making use of them just for a streaming concept. You know, I don't know what else we do, but I'm sure I can come up with something. But yes, I'm putting them back into the carrying case that came with it. You know, so shut the fuck up. Like I said, I will go. I don't have any of that with me today. So I will go and I'll get like snack Ziploc bags to keep the colors separated inside of its only thing, the bag here. But in the meantime, it's fine. It's fine. You can deal with it. Jeez, you might as well just have like an aneurysm or something because I don't have a find command because you're slacking as a mod. So shut the fuck up. Yeah. Anyway, does anybody have a raid suggestion? Well, I button things up here. Not Tuba. Fuck Tuba. He, that son of a bitch, streaming while he's lurking. Crazy guy. Oh, let's see here. I think I do want to keep the Swiss cheese sheets that I have here, just in case maybe at some point in the future I wanted to maybe utilize the design but put in my own colors, just in case. Yeah, sorry about your luck. I don't even have Stream Elements set up yet, or whatever you kids are using. Doom is streaming. Oh, that must have been what that alert was that I got that I didn't look and see what it actually was. Yeah, I don't have it set up, Cage. Sorry about your luck. Well, if Doom is streaming, we're definitely going to have to go see him. That's like the king right there. Okay, so we got this. Is there anything else that goes in this box? I don't think so. I think that was everything. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Miss my head if it wasn't attached. Anyway, Lite-Brite especially, thank you so much for stopping by. Is it M. Agala? Or no, Alaga? Or Malaga? Or 74? I don't think I've properly addressed you on stream before, so I don't know what I should say for you. Malaga, M. Alaga, la ga. How's that? Do-do-do. Let me see here. All right, real quick, I'm going to, you probably already seen this if you were on the stream earlier today, but real quick, I'm going to go through some coming attractions on EBC. Tomorrow night, we're going to raid Doom, Malaga. Malaga. That's what, okay. I might not remember that, but that's perfectly understandable. So we're going to raid Doom here in just a minute, but he's going to be on stream with me tomorrow as I interview him and we get to know him a little bit better. So make sure you stop by for that. That's 7 p.m. tomorrow night here on EBC. And then we continue our DMCA Note series in the Conflux, and that will be the 5, 6, 7, and 8 in order out of 12 of the Garfield annual television specials that ran from 1982 to 1991. So stop by if you are not in the Conflux Discord here. I'll post the link for you if I can actually type Discord. Nope. There we go. If you are not a member of the Conflux Discord, you're certainly welcome to join. There's a lot of us there, and there's many different interests, so you can find something that you would like to. And also check out my website, which is, nope, I keep pressing the wrong frickin' buttons here. Hold on. There we go. Website, and that's where I keep my schedule. I don't put my schedule on Twitch, but just check out the schedule there. There's lots of stuff coming up that you might be interested in. You'll have to see what of it interests. Oh, I see. Cage Cage wants to earn a living by actually doing shit around here instead of just falling asleep in the middle of my stream. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Tuesday in the Conflux Discord, we will watch the next 4 episodes in the Garfield television series, which I just had it here. Let me see. Hold on. This thing is no, that's not. The problem is I don't have the keyboard in front of me. So there we go. Okay, so Garfield in Paradise, 1986. Garfield Goes Hollywood, 1987. A Garfield Christmas, which I know Cage and V are very familiar with, 1987. I've never seen that. And Garfield His 9 Lives from 1988. That's what we're going to be showing on the Conflux on Tuesday. And it is free and no commercials, so stop on by if you would like to see that. And that'll also probably be a bit of nostalgia for you. And then we have our new Conflux exclusive that is watching new Star Trek that has come out from CBS and Paramount in the last 6 years. And we're going to start with Star Trek Discovery. If you've not seen that before, you can stop by to see it. And Short and Sweet will be hosting with me, and we will be giving a little bit of commentary on that. And we're big Star Trek fans, and also like to realize that newer Trek does not mean it's necessarily bad, or of course it doesn't necessarily match Gene Roddenberry's vision of what Star Trek was back in the 60s, which is literally 60 years ago now, plus. Okay, Gene Roddenberry's dead. Of course new Star Trek isn't going to be Gene Roddenberry's vision, that sort of thing. So we'll have some discussion surrounding that, and we will watch everything that Paramount and CBS has come out with, new Trek-wise, in order. It's going to take a little over a year to get through it all, and by then there might be some new stuff after that. But we will do our best to go through all that. So that starts Thursday on the Conflux, and again, you'd have to join the Conflux to be a member of that. And just real quick, mentioning that our next audio drama is coming out Sunday, August 7th, within 2 weeks here. I will be advertising on the various Discords what that is, and you can see what's coming. So that's about it. All right, let's set up the raid here. Raid, angle, do 'em. There we go. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you later. Adios. Hope this has been as fun for you as it was for me. I really had a lot of fun doing this, and we'll definitely, I think, pull the Lite-Brite out of the cobwebs here at some point soon and do it again sometime. Might be a while though. You know, I've got quite a few other things that I want to do with this WreckTech series, so we'll explore a lot of different things, and then we'll revisit this soon at some point. So thank you again for joining, and we'll go say hi to Doom, and make sure you get your emails out in chat and spam the hell out of them. And thank you for joining. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, because I'm not going to do that shit. You can take that to the bank. Adios. Bye-bye.